guys, we have Megan here today. She's been working with us since March or April. We were trying to figure that out a bit earlier on the call. But yeah, I'd like to share the experience with you guys as well in terms of like what Megan experienced working with us, and what kind of results we were able to generate for somebody that like was having a lot of things to figure out on the business side of things as a copywriter. So Megan, can you please like first of all introduce yourself and like let us know what type of copywriter you are, what's your background, and all of that good stuff.
Yeah, hi. So I'm Megan. I'm a health copywriter. My background is I was a registered nurse for about 7 years, and since the pandemic, I decided to have a little change of heart in my career. So I picked up copywriting sort of as a way to supplement my income, and I realized that this is a very profitable market. So it's kind of transitioned to my full-time income. But for me, it was really difficult because I didn't really have any experience in writing. I didn't have any experience in marketing. So everything was from square one, pretty much. So it's been a little bit of a journey to learn all of the ins and outs and figure out like how it all works.
Yeah, and I guess we all have to, put in the work to get what we want, and you did just that. So congratulations for that. But yeah, before joining, because I'm curious, of course you had the chat with someone from my team. Like, what was your biggest fear before joining, and how did that turn out? I think that would be a pretty interesting question for other people to see.
Yeah. Oh, well, I don't know if there was like one particular fear. There might have been a list, but I think one of the fears I wasn't even aware of was getting onto the calls, and that one surprised me because my background as a nurse, I was so used to talking to people and clients and patients and stuff. And when I got into the call, I realized, oh, I don't really know how to navigate a call, like navigate a specific marketing call and grabbing the clients and focusing on their pain points and really, showing what I offer. So it was really more like the fear was, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to I know how to talk to people, but I don't know how to close clients. It felt like more just like a mixer, not like an actual business call. So learning that skill and realizing the technical like persuasion skills in a marketing call was something I had to really like get over because I always thought myself to be like a really good communicator, and this was a big wake up call, like, oh, this is a very special way to talk to people.
Yeah, and now Megan is crushing it on the sales calls. She has a lot of good experience with that now, and we're still improving on it, of course, every single day. But I definitely agree that, getting on the sales calls and like that final piece of the puzzle, which is getting a yes from somebody, that's the most difficult thing when it comes to getting clients as a freelancer, right? Um, but yeah, Megan, like what was you, in your opinion, the most effective thing for you since joining the program? Like, was it the outbound specialist funnel, the one-on-one support? What was it the thing that moved the needle for you the most?
um a couple different things. So one was, yes, the outbound specialist. I really connected with my specialist. She's awesome. Like, had to really listen to everything I want to, like what I was aiming for, and has always been so communicative with me and just so like passionate as well. And that's really kept the fire going for me, and just feeling like supported, that she understands like where my direction, where I want to take my business. The other part was also having support with, like, you, Dennis, and having these calls. And when I was really struggling with the calls and thinking like, oh, I'm having all these calls, but none of them are signing, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And having you get onto a call with me and just say, we're doing this through a Zoom. Like, get on the Zoom, and we're going to talk about it. And you went over every single little piece and say, okay, this is, and pinpointing exactly what was happening was the objection part. And I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that had a name. I didn't realize that was a thing. And breaking through that was really helpful, just to, like, dice it down.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And what were your wins in terms of clients? Because I know that this was the bottleneck, like one of the bottlenecks a few months back, with like, getting the yes on the call. So what were the wins since we kind of overcome that together, with that part?
Well, I think one of the wins started with just getting calls because I kept doing
Yeah.
cold outreach, doing my emails. I'm like, oh, and I know it's a long game, but I kept sending all these emails and no one was getting back to me. So the first step was actually getting calls, having people book with me and like wanting to talk with me. And then the second one was actually starting to progress myself, like getting better at the calls, getting more confident, like pitching myself. And then the third was landing my first client of over 1,600 client right away. And not that like it really matters, but looking back, I think within my first 6 months, I launched my business officially in January, and within the first 6 months of like learning all this, I was able to land my first big client at almost the rate that like I really wanted to pitch at, and feeling like confident, like wow, okay, I can go farther with this now. Like it felt very like a very quick turnaround.
Awesome, awesome. And you have a few other people in the pipeline as well, right? In terms of future projects or people that are still reviewing the contract and all of that good stuff from the calls.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the things I'm learning is like the skills to talk to somebody. So, like for example, I said I had that one client where I thought I completely bombed it, and knowing the skills of how to bring him back, reel him in, identify like when they're probably going to pitch me a soft no, and I'm like, oh nope, I got you, I can bring you back. And so whether or not like not feeling like I'm getting myself down anymore, because this having the skill opens up a lot more opportunities for me.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, appreciate you for sharing everything and your experience and your honest thoughts. I guess is there anything else you'd like to add just to kind of wrap things up here? Anything else in particular that you enjoyed or didn't enjoy, perhaps, or anything like that?
Uh, no, honestly, no, I've had a really good experience. I think, I keep saying like this was a very serendipitous like moment where you found me on LinkedIn. It was exactly the thing I needed without me knowing, and took a big chance because I was very skeptical about like reaching out or having any help, and not like a pride thing, but just, when you're a small business owner, money matters and your time matters. And so um having a good gut feeling like, okay, I should trust these guys. They seem like they know what they're doing. And you walking through all the testimonials and showing me all the different reasons like why like you are a trustworthy company. So um I guess, yeah, honestly, no regrets at all. Just follow your gut, and like realize that like you need other people to help you, and especially other people with good intentions to take the time to like uh educate you and like mentor you through the sticky parts.
Yep, it's always the sticky part that need to be taken care of because if everything went 100% the way it should go, then we wouldn't have such an industry on the planet, right? In terms of people providing services to other people. But I appreciate your thoughts, Megan, and for everyone else watching, as long as you're confident that you can learn, we will get you calls. You will learn how to go through the calls and actually get those clients. So unless that's a problem, then there's no reason why you wouldn't succeed as well.